This is DC Channel Guns. Like and subscribe. Thank you for watching.
What up, this is DC Channel Guns coming at you with another gun video. Appreciate you for watching, like, share, and subscribe. I want to appreciate all my subscribers. I want to appreciate everybody who comes to the channel every day delivering the energy. There's a lot of energy in this room right now. And, I want to appreciate everybody who take the time and leave all this wealth inside the description box. This information, just spreading all this knowledge to gun owners. I'll be the first one to tell you, I don't know everything. I'm learning just like everybody else. And, when people leave these good descriptions and stuff in the description box about what's going on in their state and what's going on in this country and stuff like that, that helps build the 2A community. That is the 2A community goal, to build. We don't need to shrink, we need to build. The anti-gun is trying to build their war chest, and we're going to build our wealth and knowledge and our community up too. So we can fight off the anti-gun to defend our Second Amendment right, because they're friends on us every single day. And I also want to give a shout out to all these gun channels who delivering excellent content, who are just bringing a lot of these gun channels that people don't know, bringing them out to the forefront. That is a good thing. That is a good thing because, when it comes to YouTube did an awesome job to have people to focus on channel size and subscribers and stuff like that. Because what that do, that drown out everything. That is drowning out the little small channels that, that have a whole lot of knowledge. Because I get more knowledge from small channels than I do huge channels. Whether you have 1 subscriber or 50 million. At the end of the day, it's the content that's most valuable. That's what I look at channels. That's what I take in. The content is the most valuable thing. So I'm going to keep bringing all this anti-gun stuff to you. I'm not going to run out of content. I can bring it every single day. I can swing from left to right to the middle. It doesn't matter. So with that said, we're going to get on Elizabeth Warren, what she's been saying, and run around. She's just touting this everywhere she go. She's been saying, let me quote her, we're going to tax them and then we're going to take them. And then we're going to regulate. I'm talking about, this is the stuff she's saying. She's trying to come at all ways. Now, one thing that she has really brought to my attention and highlighted is she's wanting to raise taxes on firearms and ammunition. We talked about this, but see, I want to get into it because it's a bigger scale of what she is saying. Now, you have her opponents and stuff, people that's running the anti-gun from both sides who think that taxing firearms is going to solve the problem. And that's another form of gun confiscation. When it comes to gun confiscation, there's 100 ways that they can confiscate our guns. Most people generally think that the door-to-door, knock-to-knock search, whatever, that's what most people think. But it's way beyond that. And they're playing the word game. Some of you will catch on to this word game soon. I hope you already caught on, but you need to catch on because that's exactly what they're playing, the word game. Now, when you have people like Elizabeth Warren and her opponents and the anti-gun, Bloomberg and everybody, they can afford security. We also pay for the politicians' security. While they out here trying to disarm us, put us at risk, hey, they have security. They don't have to carry a firearm every day. We do. We have to take in consideration that, hey, we must protect ourselves. No one can do it for you. So we have to protect our families and friends. But when it comes to Senator Elizabeth Warren, they get protected 2 ways. They have the money to protect themselves, or they use our tax dollars to protect them. So that's the way it goes. They're disarming us. They're not disarming them. They're not saying that we're going to pass a law that will disarm, politician security. I have not heard that and probably never will. But, speaking of what Elizabeth Warren has been doing, she's pretty much are targeting not the rich, but she is targeting people who already on fixed income, people who live in high poverty neighborhoods and stuff like that. And so she is targeting people who can barely afford to buy decent firearms. And what that's going to do, you have guns, just the name of such, that is very low price, very awesome guns, high points, G2s and stuff like that by Taurus. It's a lot of firearms out there, and that, you got them Smith & Wesson SD9s that are in, decent price range that the average American, I think all Americans, all gun owners should be able to purchase a firearm to defend their family and stuff like that, protect their families and friends. No one should be discriminated to supporting their Second Amendment rights. But Elizabeth Warren is discriminating. She's discriminating gun owners. And this is exactly what she's doing. You have to pick up on this stuff. And what she's doing, she's raising the price of firearms and stuff, which will make it harder for people who's on fixed income and stuff like that to get a decent and affordable firearm. So what that does, Elizabeth Warren is putting people in danger. She's putting people who can't afford firearms, who's on, a low fixed income. She's putting them in danger because guess what? Criminals are going to target these people who can't defend themselves. They're going to rob these people. They're going to break their house and stuff. You're putting people's lives in danger by trying to take guns out of their hand. So this form of taxing firearms and stuff like that, it is gun confiscation. Now I'm going to look into it heavily and tell you that, I have been doing a lot of research and I'm still looking into it. But when it comes to taxing firearms and stuff like that in this country, for the information that I have got so far, and I'm still digging in it, it doesn't work out too well. It doesn't work out too well because Elizabeth Warren has been famously saying that we're gonna test to see what works, and then we're gonna test to see what don't work. This is one of her tests because when it comes to taxing firearms, it doesn't work. Let me give you some information that I have found. When it came to Chicago in 2013, Chicago enacted a firearms tax. What happened? Crime went up in the neighborhoods, especially in poverty neighborhoods and stuff like that was heavily targeted by criminals. Crime went up because people could not afford to protect themselves. And, that was one example right there. Chicago and Seattle, 2015, they enacted a firearms tax. What happened? Crime spiked again because people was unable to afford to protect themselves. You're talking about budget guns that's between $200, $199 or whatever. You're adding another $100 to $50 to it just to throw some numbers out. But then you just make it harder to reach for people on fixed income to actually get a decent, affordable, reliable firearm. And so this is the stuff that the anti-gun is doing. This is the strategy that they have. And this is no mistake when they do stuff like this. They come out thinking they're trying to save you, but actually putting a lot of lives in danger. But, because when it comes to criminals, they got some of the most high-priced guns that you could think of that most gun owners can't afford. I can't afford. But the criminals have those things because they steal them. They're robbing. They're breaking in gun stores. They're doing all this kind of stuff to get their firearms. They don't care about firearm tax. They don't care about gun control. They don't care about none of the laws that got gun in front of or firearm in front of, whatever you want to think of. They don't care about none of your senators, none of your politicians. They don't care about the president. They have one goal, is what criminals do every single day. And I use that term slightly because, not everyone is a criminal, but there's most criminals, you have gangs and stuff like that. The most valuable asset to gangs and all these criminals are guns. No doubt about it, guns. Money is one of those things, but guns, I think, come first because this is what they use to empower themselves. And they, can bully the citizens and stuff like that. So that's why gun owners must have firearms to protect themselves. Because if you take gun owners' guns, guess what? Crime would skyrocket everywhere. Because one thing that the anti-gun has been failing for decades and decades is disarming criminals. So with that said, I'm going to wrap this up. This is DC Channel Guns, and I'll catch you on the next one.
This is DC Channel Guns. Like and subscribe. Thank you for watching.